We're live! We're live. First time in a while.
Hey.
It's been a bit. So before we get going, before we introduce ourselves, we want to make sure you guys can see us. We want to make sure you guys can hear us. Is the game audio loud enough? Is it too loud? Let us know. We need to know these things.
Yes.
If it sounds good, awesome.
Yes.
I could jack up the audio if we want to. So, real quick, my name is Amiibo Jason. I'm the editor-in-chief of NintendoWire.com. With me as, I was going to say as always, but it's the first time in a while.
It's been a while.
With me tonight is Happily Candied.
Yes.
Lauren, how you doing?
Me. I'm good. It's so nice to be back. We were kind of reminiscing a little bit. And we're like, the last time Jason streamed and I was just walking around in the background was right before we left for E3 on June 11th. So that's been a while.
It has been.
So it feels good.
We have a strange bearded fellow who's joining us this evening. Hi, strange bearded fellow.
Matthew.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We have Matthew from the Nintendo Wire team. He does a lot of fun stuff, including the Daily Wiretap, or the Nintendo Wiretap, excuse me, and our eShop updates that come out on every Thursday. One just came out today.
Yes. Fantastic.
That
and
did.
One of the wittiest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting.
Yep.
I always tell you that.
Don't build it up. I won't be that witty probably on the stream.
You're just going to freeze. We're
It's
gonna
in
ask
small
you-
doses.
So, real quick, I'll give you guys an idea of how we're playing this tonight. We are using a modified 3DS. This is a legit copy of a game. It's not a ROM, it's not anything crazy like that. It is hardwired via USB into the computer. That's how we are playing. My goal is to not unplug that cable at any point during the live stream tonight, because that would be pretty sad. So I will be playing this. Lauren is going to be manning chat. Matthew is going to be here to help us with a few things. Matthew is one of our resident Metroid fanatics, so he's going to give you a little bit of history behind the game, behind Metroid 2, behind the Metroid series, and why it's an important thing, why it's so... really, I think why it should be so exciting that we have a remake of this game coming out. So, without further ado, I'm going to get going here. Can anybody tell me how I can get Metroid to crawl, though?
I mean,
I'm having a
it's
hard time
probably
getting
try the
Metroid to
Konami
crawl. Oh, there
code
we go.
when all else fails. That
Got it.
usually works.
This character's name is Metroid. We don't want people to be mistaken.
So, real quick, this game came out in 1991 for the original Game Boy. If you are unfamiliar, this game is going to be the basis of the new game, Metroid Samus Returns, which is coming out on the 3DS a week from tomorrow. Which is why it's in beautiful, beautiful black and white.
Yeah, I don't understand why Nintendo didn't implement that ability to, turn on the color for any of these games. I mean, I know it wasn't true. If it wasn't a Game Boy Color release, it wasn't really truly in color, but it seems weird that they kept the monochrome aesthetic, no matter what. When, your Game Boy SP can do it, your, pretty much everything can do it, except for...
The game had Super Game Boy support, which is the biggest thing that I'm surprised about. The 3DS Virtual Console does not support Super Game Boy, which is, in my opinion, a travesty.
It is a little weird. I agree with that.
But Matthew, if you want to give us a little bit of backstory about, number one, about Metroid in general, and then if you want to give us a little bit of an idea of Metroid 2, what made it so interesting when it first came out all the way back in 1991.
Sure.
When I was
6.
No,
what were you going to say? Go for it. When you were 6. Oh, that's just you were 6 at the time? Okay.
I was 6 at the time.
I was 5 when this came out. I did not play it when it first came out. Can't say I did. But so Metroid's basically this awesome series that if you haven't played it yet, you should, about this bodacious bounty hunter, Samus Aran, and her adventures in exterminating parasites and space pirates. And so this game was actually... the chronology of the series is very... They tend to jump around a bit with it. It's kind of like the Zelda series, where you might not get the next one chronologically, but so this is actually technically it's the second game that ever released in the series, but it's more on the tail end of the chronology of the series. So in this one, it actually follows right off the heels of last year's Federation Force, So the Galactic Federation was kind of had it with the space pirates experimenting with these Metroids, creating biological weapons, which is pretty much the plot of every Metroid game. I mean, if I'm being honest.
I was gonna say it sounds a little bit familiar from what the little
which is what kind of makes this one so cool, is that you're not really fighting space pirates. You're kind of your mission is to go to the home world of Metroids and just exterminate them all, just wipe them out, so that space pirates can't mess with them anymore, and the galaxy will be in peace. So I always kind of thought that was cool already, just from the standpoint of it's very different from what other games in the series try to do.
So am I supposed to be able to beat this thing, by the way, Matthew?
Yeah,
it's my first...
right now you can kill him, but here's
I don't like it.
I don't know if I should spoil it. Should I just tell you what to do?
Yeah, what do I do?
So if you push select, you can switch to missiles.
Hot dog!
You can only hurt it with missiles. You can't hurt this guy with like your basic plasma beam, or whatever you start out with. But yeah, this is the first right now of like 40 you have to kill. 39, I guess, was the tally in the original. And you're just on this... Yeah, you're just on this destructive...
And I'm dead.
Wipe them all out.
Yeah.
That was my first game over.
That wasn't bad. That's pretty much where you would die if you were going to die in this game. It'd be that first encounter.
That was a little embarrassing, but I'm going back for more. I'm going back for more.
Now you know how to take them down. Now you know the trick.
You have no choice.
Now, actually, I might remember how to get you... Pretty soon after you kill that Metroid, I can get you the Ice Beam already. Which will
hot dog!
There's like, I don't know if it was supposed to be that you could get it that early in the game, but it might have been like how'd you know to do that? Go through that weird wall that doesn't look like you should be able to go through it. Which Metroid is also very, which they do a lot in the series. This is, that's one of the things with the remake now. They're going to give you a map, so you can actually see where you're going and what you're doing. The very old Metroids on the NES and here on the Game Boy did not provide you with that, so you kind of had to take pen to paper if you were that diligent to figure out where you were going.
From what I understand, a lot of people used grid paper.
Yeah, graph paper was very
graphing paper
popular for doing that, for sure. I know I did that back in the day. It's actually a lot of fun. I wish I still had them. I don't know where they went. I think like my NES used to be at my grandmother's house because I lived overseas, so when I came back to the States, they had the NES, and that's when I would play. And so that's where I would sketch it too. But she ended up throwing out... She thought the NES was broken and threw it out with all the games, and probably threw out the graph paper and stuff too, and all that cool stuff. So I got nothing from those days. Yeah.
How old were you when you first started playing Metroid?
Oh god, I probably played the NES Metroid. I definitely played when I was like 3 or 4. I don't think I was very good at it, but I definitely remember playing it. Yeah, that's actually a lot of my early NES days were like that age. It was around like 3, 4, 5. And surprisingly, I didn't do terrible, but there's no way I beat those games. I don't remember ever getting to the end. Like it wasn't until they came out on the Wii Virtual Console where I kind of revisited a lot of them. Went like, oh, I can beat this now. It's not so hard. I mean, it's still very hard, but it wasn't as hard as when I was younger.
I'm guessing the level of challenge though was still pretty decent, because I know that a lot of Nintendo fans always complain that things are so easy.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
There's no way. Like you even saw just now, Jason trying to kill the first Metroid in this game.
Boom!
Well, he did it.
I did a thing.
And this game also, it tells you in the bottom corner. The new one will too, like how many are left in the whole planet. But you'll see, just as in the remake, there's going to be kind of mutations of the Metroid as you go on. They're not all going to be that, little scrawny guy that took like 3 or 4 missiles. It's going to get harder, unfortunately. Or fortunately.
Wait, does that not count?
I was going to say fortunately.
I'm walking right into these power-ups.
They just, they replenish your missiles and your health. So you can do. It does look weird, I agree. It's like not aesthetically it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, they're not pickups. You're good.
So to give you guys an idea, I'm not a Metroid newbie completely. I have played Metroid Zero Mission on Game Boy Advance all the way through, which I loved. It was one of my favorite games. I've played all of the Metroid Prime games, and I also played Metroid Fusion, which was another fantastic 2D game on the GBA. So I do enjoy myself a little bit of 2D Metroid. However, this is the first time I've played a Game Boy version of it, so...
So the Game Boy version's kind of... Another cool thing it does is it's kind of not on purpose, though. I think it's just limitation of the tech at the time. But you see how it feels kind of claustrophobic just because the sprites are so big, you don't get to see a lot on the screen.
Yeah.
It kind of helps the world building a bit, but I don't think that was at all intentional. But it kind of was a happy byproduct.
Definitely, because everything, or Samus is so big.
Yep.
I want to hear people complain.
Apparently Lauren decided to call Samus Seamus all night.
That's how you really
That's what we're doing.
The 50-year-old man's name.
Yes.
It's the legit pronunciation.
I'm not with her.
Yep. Yes. This was all Jason's idea. We planned this whole conversation.
So out of curiosity, for anybody in chat, what was your first Metroid experience?
Somebody did also ask earlier, before it even started.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember who said it, what their name was, unless I see it. I have the chat here, but they want to know what your favorite Metroid game was. So we just got the list of the ones you've played. So out of those ones you've played, what is your favorite?
It's difficult to say. I really, really like Metroid Prime, the original. I remember it was like Christmas morning when I first picked up that game, and I was up in my bedroom while my entire family was downstairs for hours and hours and hours playing the game, because it was so radically new and different, and it was just really amazing to see on the GameCube. But I really had a blast with Metroid Fusion. I thought that game was outstanding. I also beat Super Metroid too, so I totally forgot about that one. So again, it's hard to say. If you were to ask me what my favorite 2D Metroid game is, I would probably say Fusion. And my favorite 3D Metroid game would probably be the original Metroid Prime, even though I feel like Metroid Prime 3 had more content.
What if you were forced to pick now out of 2D and 3D?
Yeah, you can't make me pick between 2D and 3D.
I'm making you pick.
I mean, here's the thing. It might change completely when this game comes out, because it has this nice hybrid of 2D and 3D. Dang you, you son of a gun! I guess if I had to pick one, I would probably pick the original Metroid Prime. So, sorry if you're a big 2D Metroid fan. It was that time in my life where it just wowed me completely. I thought it was absolutely outstanding.
I'm with you on that one. Like, there's an objective... Nah, it's not objective. There's a nostalgic part of me that wants to pick Super Metroid, but Metroid Prime kind of got me back. I didn't fall out of the series, but I mean, there was just a long gap. But like, that's kind of like you said, it wowed me. It did something new and kind of incredible, and it just... with Super Metroid, it just kind of like, oh, this is a way better version of the first Metroid. Yeah. And that's kind of like what it was as a kid. And then, like, but Metroid Prime was like, oh my god, this is the future.
Oh god, that hurts!
Oh yeah,
no!
Get out.
Did it kind of show you like what Metroid was capable of and what it could be?
Because it was just... Oh, go on.
No, it's just different. I mean,
Okay.
like for a new generation of people.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Just real quick, for everybody who's in chat and watching right now, we have several members from the Nintendo Wire team in there tonight, so if Jason, Matthew, and I don't happen to get to any of your questions or comments, we have Ricky, Jennifer, and Jackson, and I apologize if there are any other writers in chat tonight.
Yeah, if you want to show that off too. Lauren and I were actually in Chicago for the Nintendo World Championship Qualifier not that long ago. Was that, what, a week ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Oh, wait. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Man, time
Did you guys
flies.
qualify?
Oh, yeah.
No. You're going?
I did not qualify.
You're the finalist?
Oh, I'm on my way. I'm already signed up. I not only qualified, I just beat out all the competition.
I don't think they'd let me. If I would have won, they would have just found a way to disqualify me. But we had the opportunity to play about 15 minutes of Metroid Samus Returns, and it is beautiful. Nice. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we got this amazing poster.
Ooh,
we got this poster.
snap.
Yeah. Actually, I think
I'm almost willing to bet they're going to hand that exact poster out at Nintendo New York next week.
Oh,
They haven't
now
said
you're going to
anything.
that,
I'm
right?
assuming there'll be some tie-in to for that release.
You're going to that, Matthew?
If they have it, yeah, I'll
Okay.
go. If they do something, I'm sure they will. So I'll probably go.
Nice. You're so lucky you live within a good distance from Nintendo.
It's amazing how I don't go more often because it's really not that far.
You're so lucky.
Oh god, why did the music change?
But it's dangerous because they have a lot of cool stuff there. Like I constantly just want to buy every plush in there, which is it's not good for my wallet.
The first time I went there, oh gosh, I think it was in 2013, I want to say. And it was the day before the launch of Pokemon. It wasn't Sun and Moon. It was.
That was probably the next Y. Probably.
Yes, X and Y. And oh my god, thousands of people were lined up. They had so many people there, and I was like really gung-ho about my 3DS. I actually spent like 2 hours in the store, not only looking at items, but sitting down with my 3DS and just enjoying the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
My first time there was when it relaunched, so
Okay.
which
Oh,
was
nice.
way too much of a blast.
It's funny. We were there then the same day, but I didn't know you guys at the time. Like we didn't know each other.
Oh, that's so cool.
But,
Because you lived in New York then.
I was stupid and waited in line all day, and then it was 5 o'clock and I still wasn't in, and I was at like the front of the line, but we had been standing there for an hour and it hadn't moved, and I had somewhere to be, so I told my friend like I gotta go, and 20 seconds after I stepped out of line, the line moved in.
Oh man!
I still wouldn't have been able to really I would have just walked in, done a circle and gone out.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like heartbreaking. I was like, really?
Really?
But,
I felt super bad because we had media passes, and when we got there, we got there like 15 minutes before it opened. So they let the media in like an hour beforehand.
That was the second time I went there.
So there was another crowd.
Yeah, and it was just like, sorry guys, I didn't mean it. But yeah, it was a blast. I completely agree. It's way too dangerous. I think I spent like $400 there.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, that can happen.
But I mean, here's the thing: the Fire Emblem.
The limited edition was the
that just came out. They had Boo cover plates there, and I had to buy me some of them.
I heard you got the Boo plates. I knew they were in there. I was in line, just like they're not going to be there when I get there, but maybe. I was like, maybe. Fingers crossed.
There were no.
Just have Lauren give you hers. She never uses them.
They're still in their package. I am keeping them very nice and perfect.
Mine are scratched to crap.
Wait, Matthew, you weren't.
They're already scratched. I don't think any of mine are. Even the ones that I use the Hanafuda ones all the time. I don't think they're scratched yet. Like,
I think only the glow in the dark ones really scratch.
Yeah, it's the material.
It's the coating on it.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, I thought it was going to be like matte. It's not a matte finish.
It is matte. You know what though? I think it just shows
Save
up
points.
It shows up even more because they're mostly black.
Okay.
So you can, in a lot of the different lighting, the scratches just kind of show up. That's why I don't want to take them out of their packaging.
Oh, real quick.
For
the moderators that we have right now in chat, I want to really quickly let everybody know in chat, if you don't know this already, we have 2 Metroid Samus Returns 3DS themes that we're going to be giving away tonight. The first one we're going to give away, I want you guys to share your favorite Metroid memory.
Yes.
And we're going to have our good friends Jennifer Birch and Ricky Berg.
And Jackson, if he's still in chat.
And Jackson pick out a winner, and we'll hand you over one of the codes for the Metroid Samus Returns 3DS theme.
So I will have you guys just message me on Slack with who you choose, and we'll announce the winner then.
Okay, there's a door now. The first door
I know where you are.
we've seen. Oh, is this a missile door?
Yes. It's hard to tell because without color. Yeah, I think in this
5
game,
missiles?
anything with that bubble door is a missile door. There are no like regular doors to shoot because of the lack of color.
Oh, what do we got here?
So this is good news because it means I kind of know where the ice beam is. I know what's coming. I'm just gonna let you figure this out. I'm not gonna.
I figure okay, there we go. Oh, so I got the bomb.
Yes. Okay, I know where you are.
Is the ice beam coming up next?
I mean, it's not supposed to, but you could find it. It's kind of hidden. But it's not hidden in this room. Like,
okay.
You're good here. But there is another power-up hidden in this room, which you can see. So, I don't know. Maybe you can get it, maybe you can't.
Could it be that thing?
Could be. I don't know. We'll have to see.
How do I get Metroid to crawl down there?
I told you it's the.
Oh, bada boom. So what is that?
I think it's just
Missile
an
expansion?
Yeah, missile expansion, exactly. Oh, now you got a bomb hop. The patented bomb hop.
It is nice that we get the morph ball right away in this game.
Yeah, they don't mess around. Well, they did that with the first one. You just had to go left a bit, and then
You know what my favorite thing was? In the best game in the series, Metroid Other M, where Samus is told by a voice
Indisputable.
what power-ups she's allowed to use and when, and she's like, "Oh, okay, sure."
I was going to say earlier, but I think we were talking about something else. I didn't want to interrupt. You saw like that save point you got. So that was a first. That's like a fun fact for Metroid 2. There were no save stations before this game. And this is only the second game in the series, so they got there pretty quick, but the original didn't have that. And also that ability to crouch and shoot downwards. So this is where the ice beam you can kind of get there. There's a secret in this room.
Hook me up.
So you're already on the right track. You're thinking right.
Oh!
These are those patented like why would you ever think to do that moments in the early Metroid games. But apparently it's that obvious.
So I got myself an energy tank. Thank God for that.
So now you're well on your way to Ice Beam glory.
So Ice Beam, is it this way?
So the way you can go.
Up or down?
Keep going down.
All right, going down.
You're doing it right.
Boop.
I told the guys that we'll give 5 more minutes and then.
Okay.
How did you guys feel about the integration of, or the addition of save points? Were you relieved?
Sorry,
I mean, when you're a kid.
The addition of save points?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good, because before it was just a password system, and like when you died, you just started at the beginning. I think they started you at the beginning of the game, or at least at the beginning of that area, like whatever sub-area you were in.
Okay.
This game doesn't actually have, it's just one giant, I guess they were all one giant sprawling map, but this more so, there's no sub-areas, there's no like Kraid's lair or like Ridley's like area. And that's, again, I think it was due to the lack of color. They couldn't really distinguish it too much, so everything kind of looks samey, and they just made it like the planet. It's just one uniform planet.
Okay.
So I got the ice beam.
So you got the ice beam. So the thing they do here is I think there's 2 other beams. There's the plasma and the phaser beam or something. I can't remember exactly, but you kind of choose between the 3. You swap which one you want. So this is like an early way to get a pretty good beam. I always preferred the ice beam anyway.
How do you swap between beams?
You can't. In this one, you can't.
Oh, okay.
You're stuck with whichever one you get, and then if you get if you come across the plasma beam now, it's gonna swap it out for the ice beam. So you won't be able to switch back and forth though. You can always go back to where you found it and reclaim it, but then you're giving up the other one again.
So, fun fact. Not fun fact. Well, it might be a fun fact for you. What is your favorite beam?
I think we did one of those.
Did we do an article on that?
Yeah, I think we had an article.
Yeah, best favorite Metroid power-ups, I think it was.
It was like, I think it was like Metroid themed. Or maybe I'm thinking the Kirby one. I don't know, I may be confusing them, but...
No, I'm almost positive we've done a Metroid one. If I had to pick,
I think I went with Ice Beam, and if I didn't, then I take it back and I go with Ice Beam. Ice Beam's pretty awesome.
I don't remember the Metroid one, I remember the Kirby one.
I'm almost positive we did one.
I mean, you can freeze guys and jump on them, and they become platforms. You can freeze Metroids, and it pretty much destroys them. Because then they're not a threat anymore. You just missile them to death after that. So it's a pretty versatile weapon.
You know, I'm pretty happy I'm not sucking all that much right now.
Well, now what happens is you're getting what normally happens in Metroid games is you're going to start to get lost and not really know exactly where to go, but you know roughly, like, I didn't go up here yet.
How have I not encountered another Metroid yet?
I don't know. You might be close, though. But that's kind of like, we've gotten to the point where that's what I definitely remember about this game. If you wanted to know where the plasma beam is, I don't think I can help you. That memory's long gone. But that's right there's a sign that there's a Metroid nearby.
Can you kill a Metroid with an ice beam?
I don't think you can kill. You have to like. You still have to use missiles. It'll stop them though, dead in their tracks. So it's easier to hit them with the missiles.
Oh,
they psyched you out.
it's ominous. There's no music.
I know, building up to something.
It's doubtful you'll get there in this stream, but they also introduced... The first game didn't have a way to jump out in Morph Ball form outside of the bombs. So there's a spring... I think it's just called the spring jump power-up, so you can just jump at will when you're in Morph Ball form. And the Spider Ball debuted here too, which lets you cling to walls, certain walls at least.
You mean this awesome thing I'm doing right now?
Ooh,
what you're doing right now.
Dad, how fancy.
Go Spider Ball.
Exactly. So I guess the Spider Ball was a lot closer than I thought.
I'm just really super good at this game.
Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
Like
Why'd they have just like one box you can go in the wall there? They were like, yeah, but there's nothing else in there.
Some might say I'm the best at this game.
You saying?
No. Not me.
No, of course not. You weren't the first person to say that. Can you just play the whole game like this?
I'm assuming I'm supposed to go up.
Just never get out of Spider Ball and see what happens.
All right, my guess is the Metroid is going to be right here.
I think so. And it might be.
There it is.
I think it's going to be a mutated one. It's going to be like the alpha or whatever. Oh no, it's still the little guy. All right, not so bad. Did he freeze when you shot him?
No.
I didn't mention, no. This one didn't.
Oh my god, that was too close. That was too close.
You only got one death so far. You're doing pretty good.
2 Metroids down, folks. Oh no!
That's what you get for being overly confident.
So they do... I think the remake's going to be a little more obvious about... Because once you kill enough Metroids in an area, or I think you have to kill all of them in an area, then like a new path opens that goes deeper into the world. In the new game, they made it a lot more clear. Like, this is the gateway that you go through once you've destroyed all the Metroids. So you know where to go and how to progress a little more clearly. They made it more visual. Because this one can be a pain once, like, they'll tell you, when you've killed enough, you'll see a tremor, like you had that first one, and it'll be like, a new path opened.
Yeah.
You don't really know, you don't remember, you don't know where that happened. You kind of have to explore and figure it out.
And if you have the Metroid amiibo, you
I
can
think it just tells
pretty
you
much just get told where the nearest one is.
Yeah, it just tells you where to go.
Alright, we have 2 of them down right now.
Which I'm definitely getting the amiibo, but I don't think I'm going to end up using them. Maybe the hardcore mode unlock. I might use that, but I'm not going to like try to find out where all the Metroids are. I think they'll already make it pretty a lot more simpler than it was in the original.
Yeah. I am excited for the fusion suit unlock.
Yeah. That's going to be pretty cool. Oh, another fun fact, you just reminded me. So in this game, because of the lack of color again, a lot of things happened in this game because there was no color. You haven't found it yet. That I don't think you'll find this stream. Is the Varia suit. So in the original Metroid, it was like a palette swap. So like, you could tell like you had the Varia suit on because like the colors were different. So this is the game where they added, because there was no color, they added the giant shoulder pads that are synonymous with Samus's look.
So that was the first time.
This was the first time, and it was to differentiate, this power suit from the Varia suit, because otherwise you couldn't tell that you were wearing a different suit.
Okay, we have a winner.
Winner!
Yes. So
Chicken dinner.
The winner for the first Metroid 3DS theme is Whiskey. And their answer was, my favorite Metroid memory would be playing the multiplayer mode in the Prime games. We had such a blast playing at the age of 10. We played so much. We absolutely loved it. We got closer. It's always good to have a fun experience.
Those were some pretty underrated modes.
No!
Yeah.
So, I agree. Awesome. Good memory.
So, Whiskey, I believe Jason will contact you after the stream with the code that you use.
Yep, I will. Okay. Second game over of the night.
You'll be contacting them through YouTube?
Yes, so I need to make sure I have their YouTube name.
Yes, I have it here for you on their channel.
Got it.
So we're good to go. So Whiskey, Jason will be contacting you.
So should I be backtracking right now?
Well, now it pretty much reset all progress that you've made after that save point. So whatever, you didn't do anything important. I think you were just trying to get back to where you kind of were. Yeah, so you're good. Just go back to where you were kind of going.
I have no idea where I'm going right now.
I think it's just left now. General left is what
General
I remember.
left it is.
General left.
Sounds like a pretty cool name for a general. I'll be here all week, folks. All week. It's been a while since I've live streamed. My jokes are not on par at the moment.
You're working towards it.
I'm getting back there.
Yes.
And I'm about to die. No! Oh, God. Please, don't.
No. Oh, man.
Why did a Metroid
Right.
crawl?
Oh, I think they start you with not a lot of energy when you die, so... Yeah, you only have 20. That's kind of bold, but...
Yeah. All right. I got this. We do have one other code to give away today. I haven't decided what I'm going to make you folks do to get it.
Ooh.
Oh, this sounds promising.
But it's going to be good.
They have to speedrun Metroid 2, obviously, in an hour.
Yep.
Yes.
By the time this live stream's over, I need comprehensive proof that you have somehow beaten me. You need at least 2 or 3 Metroids defeated. I think I'm just gonna spam health here for a few seconds.
That's actually a good idea.
And of course, they're not giving me anything right now.
It's a terrible idea for a stream, but it's a good idea normally.
Just a couple more. Come on.
Wow, people have some very interesting
I guess they
ideas.
stop. They don't let you farm it. Interesting.
Make Metroid crawl, that's how.
Okay.
Yeah. That seems fair. I like that.
The first person that can get Metroid to crawl
Win the
gets
thing.
that code. Yes! Give me a dose! Oh, Daddy's back! No! Daddy's not back.
No!
Daddy's dead.
Just run. Go for it.
Yep.
Alright.
Get out of there. Something else you don't get to see in this game is they actually hard-coded in the Game Boy Color hardware, because it was the same development team that created the Game Boy Color that made Metroid 2, so they gave it like a special palette swap of colors. But you don't really get to see it here, and it's very limited. It's still not very impressive. Like there's a fan-made version that adds a lot of colors to it and pretty much makes it look like the
just
NES
come
game.
out?
Oh no, I'm not talking about AM2R. I'm talking about...
No, I mean, I just saw something today about a fan-made color swap, or like color palette.
Maybe there's a new one. I don't know. That could be there could be a better one.
So am I still going general left?
General left.
Got it.
I like it.
Thank you. Pew pew.
Ooh, we got that energy pellet.
Why is the music all scary?
It's funny, I don't hear any of the music in our version of the stream, so I know what it sounds like, but
It's like
yeah, it's very just moody.
Oh,
Definitely don't go down there. I know that much.
so not general,
Don't go-
not general down.
Not general down. Just keep
No.
Just completely went against everything you said. Ooh, Metroid Amiibo Festival.
Ooh, I'd play it. I mean, I would probably hate it, but I'd play it.
I'd play it.
I do remember when I picked up my DS, the very first DS, the day it came out, and it came with the demo for Metroid Prime Hunters. And that, at that moment, blew me away that a handheld game could look like that.
The DS was revolutionary to me. I thought it was amazing. The DS Lite I liked even more, but at the time, the DS was incredible.
Yeah, I didn't know how much I hated the DS, the original design, until the DS Lite came out.
Yeah.
that's when I was like, oh, this is what it could have been. Oh, okay.
Exactly, yeah. And then to me, the DS Lite kind of paved the way for handheld gaming.
For
Had
sure.
the interface and everything.
I loved my DS Fat.
I still have mine. It's
Nope.
yeah, it sits there. It's a good
It's-
paperweight, but yeah.
What What color did you get, Matthew?
I got it was the Cobalt Blue. I think I didn't join the DS bandwagon until I think a year after. It was around the time Animal Crossing Wide World came out. I think it was like 2 months before it came out is when I got it. The thing that pushed me over the edge was Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. That came out, and then I was like, okay, I have to buy the system now.
Yeah.
And then, fortunately, Animal Crossing was like the next month or something.
Oh, yeah. See, I waited till Wild World came out, and then that was when I pretty much imported my pink. It was, I think, called Candy Pink DS from the DS
I didn't even know that existed at the time. No way. Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm only doing this right now. I just saved my game.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you guys what you can do
Yeah,
real quick. If you hold down the start... Oops. Hang on. Let's try this again. If you hold down the start and select keys, when you're opening the software, it should open up like this really cool... Yeah, like that. So you can play with like the original Game Boy kind of thing over it right now. So it's kind of neat.
I think they let you... Actually, I don't know for sure because I never tried it. I think they let you do like the whole grayscale of the original.
Yeah, I can't remember what the...
But I know there's an input, but I don't know what it is. If anyone knows in chat, that'd be cool to test out.
So I think I'm just going back to the beginning of the game.
Well, now you have the morph ball bombs, so I think there might be like an area that opened up.
Okay.
To like the left of the gunship, but I don't really. Yeah, go left here maybe.
Got it.
Maybe you haven't gone left yet, right? Just general left. Keep going general left.
General left it is.
Michael Bates says you can press L plus R plus Y for green scale.
Got it.
Or wait, this might have been where the first Metroid was. I don't know. Is that where this was?
Yeah, I think it is.
And it was like a dead end after that.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just gonna go back to the gunship.
Go back
and
to
see
the
if I can go
gunship.
back that way.
Yeah.
Actually, in the meantime, let's just go back to our standard view mode here, so people can see more of the screen.
So they said hold L plus R and then press Y.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Ricky said.
I'm totally not doing that.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Not even.
that would hurt my eyes so much.
It's not a good look. You don't want to play with it for sure. Yeah.
Well, now I kind of just want to
It's
see
more
it, so I see
nostalgic,
Jason, like,
yeah.
squinting at the screen.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll have to put my, where are my glasses at? I'll have to put my glasses on.
I tried playing the other day when I found out. I didn't realize until like recently that the Game Boy Color had like a special palette for Metroid. So I tested it out, and I just realized like, how did I ever play without a backlight? Like, this is impossible.
Yeah.
Like, unless you have light shining directly on it at the exact right perfect angle, you can't see anything.
Dude, that was the best though as a kid. I remember playing my original Game Boy in the back seat of my parents' car at night, and I'd be playing Pokemon, and the only time I could get like a move-in in Pokemon was when a car was coming by with their headlights on.
I know,
So I'd be like, okay, I can get a move.
But yeah,
That was our struggle. That was amazing.
I forgot the struggle. I got spoiled at some point, I guess. I just forgot. Like, I know it was there. I know I dealt with it. But yeah, man, that was a tough life. That was first world problems right there.
At least
Sure.
we still got to experience it though, because this generation will never ever deal with anything similar to that.
Do you remember like those worm lights that would clip into the side of your Game
Yeah, you
Boy?
had to buy like a special attachment. Yeah, I remember those. I never had one, but I know I've seen people use them.
They were so bad, but they were great. I just wish that the US got the Light Boy. I think that was, what was that, Japan only? It was a Game Boy Pocket that had the backlight.
Oh yeah, I don't remember us getting a Game Boy Pocket that had a backlight. Yeah.
There was a Pikachu edition Light Boy too. That still sells for like $400 or $500 right now.
Damn.
Oh, you gonna buy it for me? It's almost my birthday.
Yeah, it is on September 19th.
I saw that in Skype was reminding me when you guys called. It was like it was like a year ago. Today's Avivo Jason's birthday, and I was like, wait, today's not the 19th. And then I saw the year, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's awesome.
All right, we are back.
Maybe
At
you
the
can't even
ship.
go left. Maybe I was wrong. Whoa. Okay. Well,
Oh, I can go up.
no new path open.
Dun, 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 dun,
I don't know why we're trying
dun,
to
dun. Oh God, it hurts.
You're out of the atmosphere now. Global warming.
No, I'm just getting...
Can I get in my ship? Can I go
I
home?
think you can save there and replenish stuff. Or maybe you couldn't in Metroid 2.
Yeah, you can't.
Huh.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yep, Game Boy Light.
Game Boy Light. That's a really cool one. I don't remember seeing this one. It's a Pokemon Center Tokyo exclusive.
Alright, well, stop going general left. I think now we gotta go general right.
General Wright. There's no talk about General Wright. Alright, let's give away the second code real quick.
Okay, how do you want to do it?
I don't know yet. Let's do something where... I don't know. Alright, I got it.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a number between 1...
Oh, really?
And
The first people had to work
between
for it.
1 and 100. Everybody can do. I can't talk. Everybody can do one number.
Okay.
Whoever's closest gets the code.
Okay.
Between 1 and 100.
Okay. Wait.
You only get one guess, I guess? You just
I'm
gotta
gonna write it
commit
down.
to your number, right?
It's not Price is Right rules.
1 second. I'm gonna write it down. Or Jason, welcome, Jason.
Alright, the comments are ablaze with numbers.
Yep.
What else is a nice fun fact about Metroid 2?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. That's a good. I mean, there's something I could mention, but it might be too spoilery because I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do. I'm sure they'll do the same thing in the remake, but it's about the ending. But I don't know if I should say that. I mean, it is like a,
Okay.
26-year-old game, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. So, people can guess. We'll give it like 2 more minutes. So, at 9:28, we'll call it.
Does anybody care in the chat if I spoil the ending of Metroid 2? Samus Returns.
I don't think we're gonna get there.
You
tonight,
know,
or-
I would probably hold off.
Really?
All right, because
Well, no, because
you never know what they do with the new one. Yeah.
The remake is coming out. Let's not do it.
Okay.
All right.
Even though I don't think that they would do this.
The only thing I'll say then is, it's something that makes this game great, is that it kind of sets up the events of Super Metroid in a very emotional way. So it'll be curious to see if they stay committed to that, or if they do try to do something different. I think it's supposed to be a pure remake, so I'm sure they're not going to deviate too much. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Cool. Okay, 1 more minute. Let's see. I'm gonna tell the team so they can tell me who's closest.
Damn it. I mean, darn it.
General Right. Here we go. Oh, see, this is that ice beam. It's helping you out more than you know.
And I'm dead.
Don't forget, you can shoot down in this game. They let you shoot downward.
Going back, General Wright.
But now where was that save point? I wasn't paying attention now. Oh, okay, you're
It wasn't that far.
Okay.
Woo. I don't remember Samus having that kind of vertical leap.
No, it was always very floaty in these early games. It's super, this is pretty faithful to the first Metroid gameplay. Just kind of blown up and very close. But it definitely changed, Super Metroid, Fusion, even Zero Mission, which you said you played. It's not as, doesn't feel as floaty.
Let's try this again.
Did it start you with 7 energy? Is that what that says?
Yeah, I got 7.
Kidding? It's like a hit.
It's okay. I got this.
Oh, Jeeves.
All right.
So I'm going to tell you what's happening next. I'm just getting.
Don't underestimate those missiles. You don't always have to save them for Metroids. Although it might be harder. I would just stick with the Ice Beam. I lied.
Dang it. Come on, man. And come on. No energy. Nothing. Alright, so we have 2 people that guessed the number that was closest. But we have to figure out who the first person was.
Death round.
Oh, I was saying a sudden death.
Oh, okay, sudden death. Yeah.
It's more interesting because they really did click it.
Now pick a number between...
Okay, so the number that Jason chose initially was 62, and we had 2 people, Haven, G Studios, and Fins with 2 Z's. They both got 64, which was only 2 numbers away. So Jason is going to write down one more number between 1 and 100.
1 and 100, baby.
Yep.
Woo! Here we go.
You should pick a number between 1 and 400.
Ooh.
1 and 400.
Yes.
And there's a reason for it. But now I gave it away, probably.
Oh.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
Between 1 and 400.
1 and 400, you guys. So it's between those 2 people if they want to submit their answers. And I'm sorry, anybody who submits an answer will not be able to qualify for this. Well, there are a lot of other people submitting their answers. Okay, so we have 248 from Haven.
And Finn says 201.
And 201. Okay, so the winner is Haven Studios because the answer was 400.
I'm so original.
You are.
I was trying to be cheeky and it'd be 388, which is the planet you're on.
Oh!
But I wasn't sure anyone got there, so
Yeah, that
it's
been
fine.
Very good. That's okay. So,
But the number was 400.
yes.
That's what it was.
So, Hatham G Studios, Jason will be contacting you as well after the stream, and he'll give you the code so you can get the Metroid theme for your 3DS. Thanks for everyone who participated in that.
Hooray! We're going to do this stream for about another 15 more minutes. We'll see if we can find one more Metroid in that time.
I'm surprised it's only been 2 so far, yeah.
I mean, we are heading general right now.
I guess it was just, yeah,
No!
just keep going to the right. Right of Death Pond.
Yeah. Why do they call it Death Pond?
I don't know. I mean, it might just be very hurdy.
Was it that gigantic death I just had? Alright, here we go. Trying this again.
Okay.
I really, really need health. Is there anywhere in this game that you just recover all your health?
That one spot where you found, remember by the first Metroid?
Yeah.
That's so far back now.
You'd have to backtrack a bit, yeah.
I don't want to backtrack. That's why Metroid games are, like, probably not for me all the time.
Well, the later ones fixed that. It's not a state, like you played Prime. Prime wasn't like that at all. I think even Super Metroid, like the charge stations were just like, here you go, here's missiles and health. Happy days.
We have Secret Gamer in chat asking, have you guys played all the Metroid games? And we'll start with Matthew and then we'll go to Jason.
I've played all of them, yeah, definitely. Even the pinball one, which is
amazing.
Okay. It's just a retelling of Metroid Prime in pinball form, if that sounds awesome or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've played all of them at least, for sure.
Fudge! As of tonight, I now officially have played all of them. This was the only game I have not played.
Have you beat all of them?
No.
Besides this one.
No. I have not beaten all of them. I did not beat Federation Force. I'm sorry. I did not. And I did not beat Hunters. I came close to beating Hunters.
It's funny because I know Ben has Federation Force. I don't think we ever played it together, but we talked about it, and that's how we kind of got through it. Is like we kind of egged each other on, like we can do this, we can finish this game. But yeah, we never played it together. Funny enough, and that's the whole point, right? It's co-op.
Yeah.
Just quick clarification. Even though a few of our writers in chat have already stated this, but the prize is not the Nintendo 3DS Metroid or Samus 3DS. It's the 3DS theme that you can download on your current 3DS.
Correct. It's a theme code.
Yeah, it's a
Club Nintendo put up like a really cool, Samus Returns theme. So that's what we're giving away.
We were lucky enough where you can only get one per account, so
Yeah.
I got one, so you get one of my codes. And the amazing Logan Plant, who's also on Nintendo Wire, picked up the other one for us.
I would have donated, but I cashed that in already. Like, there's
I know.
no doubt.
I did too. I did just
It was
a couple
too late.
days ago.
Okay, I need to go up all of my health.
I say backtrack. Just go for it. Get back to that first Metroid. It wasn't. It's actually not that far. Like you're pretty close at that save point.
Just aim ball for it.
I don't know about that.
Just spider ball your way there on the ceiling. Like don't even touch anything else.
There you go. I like this idea. That's what I would do.
So many gray tones in this game, man.
It's amazing. Like because when I just played it recently, just for fun, it's like a hot minute. It looks so much better just with like 2-tone colors or 3-tone colors. Like, it really is weird how they didn't add that for the 3DS to like make that in any way backward compatible.
Yeah.
Pew. It's a froggy frog.
As much of a fan of Metroid I am, I really don't remember a lot of the enemy names though. I'm realizing now. Like, yeah, Froggy Frog sounds right.
That is Froggy Frog.
That's his legit name.
Snoop Froggy Frog.
And that was Floaty Guy above him. See, that wasn't so bad. Yeah.
Thank God.
And it should replenish both energy. You have like 2 energy tanks, so it's gonna go like, it gives you everything.
We're back!
Now we're gonna make progress.
Got my
We're
spider
gonna
ball.
spider ball all the way there.
Being super safe.
It's the best way to go.
Oh, I hope it keeps you
idea,
stuck.
Lauren.
Yes, it did. Okay.
Great idea, Lauren. Oh God, that Froggy Frog is a super high jump.
Frog and Floaty Guy. They're trying.
Floaty McFloatson.
Floaty McFloatson.
Now, do you think the graphics on the 3DS version are going to be better than this?
I don't know. Verdict's still out on that one.
Not really that good a chance.
Although I'm not the biggest fan of 2.5D for side-scrollers, but...
I feel like it's only parts of it, though.
But that's kind of where the 0.5 comes. Like, there's parts that look cool, and there's parts that don't. But that's a personal opinion more than anything else.
So what do you think of that, like, new grapple mode thing, where it moves into, like, full 3D?
It kind like you mean like when Samus is like wrestling like a giant Metroid, and you could like you do like QTE stuff, I guess. I think it's like, is that kind of like what it is, kind of like quick time events?
Yeah, more or less. It's like the Shenmue
cool. It adds like
of Metroid.
it adds a new dimension to the boss fights for sure. Like it'll be interesting, but I'm not like married to it. It seems like it's the same developers that did the Castlevania, what was it, Mirrors of Fate 3DS game. So like I get it, they threw some of that stuff in there, but I'm not super psyched about that. We'll see. I really like if like the recent Shantae game had that. It was 2.5D, but it was like very hand drawn.
Yeah.
For the most, it's like that was fine, but like when it just all looks polygonal, I'm not that like I wanted it to be a little more sprite based. Like AM2R was awesome. Like that looked really good.
We can't talk about that
We
game.
probably can't really talk about it, but yeah.
That's off limits.
That's the look I wish Nintendo had implemented with this, though. That's all I'll say on that.
When we put it on Twitter that we should play Metroid 2, the first comment was play the Another Fan remake.
Right.
Alright, we are back where I died about 50 times.
But now you have all the health, so...
So far, so good.
Yeah, don't even fight things, just jump. Just jump through it. Don't go for that health, it's just gonna make you fall.
We did it!
pancake guys jumping out of the water there.
Pancake enemy?
And yeah,
Totally looks like pancake.
we're just renaming all the Metroid enemies today. So that's float cakes, flop cakes.
Flop cakes.
Flop cake. I
cakes.
like flop cakes. Ooh, Jackson asked, what's everyone's favorite edition of the 3DS?
Oh,
Matthew?
like the console?
Yeah, the console. So, like, what if you have a
Ooh.
special edition or even a regular one?
So, I think most people know on the Nintendo Wire team, I'm not the biggest fan of the XL, just in general. Like, and
Yeah.
that tends to be the one that gets the special edition versions. So I kind of really like just the standard and the fact that you can choose whatever faceplates you want, like whatever makes it cool. Like, I feel like I really would have wanted that Samus special edition to be like, hey, we also made Samus faceplates for you for you standard guys, but. You know, they didn't do that. And I do like the look of that. That would probably be my pick, but I don't own it, and I'm probably not going to buy it.
Yeah.
But that'd be like, if we're going special edition,
Yeah.
it has to be a special edition version. That'd probably be my pick. I think it looks really cool, the two. Like, it's toned like Samus's armor, which is nice.
I remember you mentioning how it was difficult resisting when it was announced.
Oh, it was. I know I'm never going to use it, so I was like, if I bought it, it would sit in a closet.
Yeah.
And that's $200 sitting in a closet, so yeah, I'm not going to do it. But definitely, I think it looks pretty, for sure.
Yeah. Mine is the original 3DS Princess Peach edition from the UK. It will always be my favorite. Nothing can surpass that. I'm still hoping that we'll get something like, we'll see character-themed, like, Joy-Cons or something. Jason, what's your favorite?
The one I have right here. My Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Hold that up.
Yeah, look how pretty that is. This one I loved looking at as far as how difficult it was to obtain. Because, man, this thing was hard to get. This was one of the very first special editions that Nintendo released, and no one anticipated that they wouldn't be seeing a lot of these.
Oh man, it was near impossible
It
to find when it
was.
came out.
Yeah, but some people went and they knew what they were doing. They went and they hoarded them. And I saw this one guy's, he had a whole dresser full of these and the Animal Crossing ones.
That's so sad.
I know. Yeah, and his plan was to sell them.
You know what? I rescind my Metroid love for that 3DS XL. I got reminded in the chat. I think Jackson mentioned the Fire Emblem XL, but it made me think of the Fire Emblem regular 3DS, not the new 3DS. They had that cobalt blue that was a really like beautiful blue. I did buy that, and I do love that, and I still have it. Like, that is probably my favorite 3DS for sure. That was because I also like minimal design. Like, I don't like the Pikachu one had that's actually pretty cool because it kind of looks like his face on it and it's the same color as him. But like, I like little etches, and like it's the same with T-shirts with me. I don't like when it's like very printy. It's got to have like an etch of something that looks cool.
Yeah.
And so Fire Emblem had that in spades, and I really liked that one.
Yeah. No, I love that. And you're lucky because it's in the model that you like too.
Yes, and it's not an XL, so like it has the right like pixel density for me and portability, which is important to me.
Didn't Europe get an XL version of that one? I'm pretty sure it was Cobalt.
Yeah, I think that's what Jackson was talking about in chat. Like, I know there was like an XL Fire Emblem one, and it wasn't as shiny of a blue. It was like a little more muted because I think it was matte. Because I think most of the XLs were matte. So, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's so cool. I was back in the day before we like started working together and stuff. I pretty much lurked on forums and IGN and stuff, and I would just look at anything related to special edition systems. I was all about the special edition systems, and in that day, they were all over the place. And Nintendo kept introducing more and more of them.
Right.
Those are the days. I miss those days. I was really bummed when they slowed down with releasing the limited editions.
Well, Japan still gets them all for some reason. If we don't.
No, it kills me.
I think we are close.
I would like, on the topic of those special edition consoles, I would like one day, Jackson, to see Collector's Corner make a comeback. It's been too long.
Oh God!
That's one series.
I have one health.
I miss it. I really miss it. Especially when it has to do with the consoles.
I tried.
He tends to find like the really good ones. I'm just like, wow, I didn't even know. Like, I'll be like, I knew that one exists, but that one, what was that? Like, I don't even remember.
Because a lot of them are like one-offs that you'll only find as like competition prizes. or
Yeah,
something
it was
like
like a limited thing that like
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
12 people got ever.
Yeah. Ricky asked in chat, Lauren, do you have the Pikachu N64? And no,
I do.
I don't have that one. Yeah, Jason
Ooh.
does.
I have a Japanese version of it that was modified, so you can play
yeah,
US
that's
games in it
right.
too.
Yeah.
But that's gonna do it for this stream. So we went an hour.
Yeah.
We got 2 Metroids. I made it to a 3rd, but I died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I tried. I did my
I got
best.
2 Metroids down. You see,
if
that's how long this game can potentially take. Like,
It's a long game if you suck like me. For those who won codes, I'll be messaging you.
Yep, and that's Whiskey and Hayden G Studios.
Yeah, so stay tuned. I'll message you those codes later tonight.
I'd like to thank, before we make our exits, I'd like to thank our writers in chat who were awesome tonight, and that's Ricky, Jackson, and Jennifer. Thank you so much for helping and for answering everybody's questions and everything. And also Matthew, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Matthew.
Oh, anytime.
Would you like to say where we can find you?
I mean, I guess you can find me on Nintendo Wire. I do the wiretap most nights. I do the eShop update every Thursdays, and you can find me on Twitter at CityWalk with a 0 instead of a. It's kind of confusing, but you'll find me if you're on Nintendo Wire. It's pretty easy.
I try to tag him in certain projects that he's involved in, especially with like the recent Speedrun Sunday series.
That's right. I just started that, so that's kind of fun. I have one planned for this week. I don't know if there's going to be a cash prize involved yet, but we'll see. There could be. It's not that obscure of a game, but it's definitely not something that people are going to have as much as Sonic Mania from last week. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I was gonna say, even if like there's not a prize in mind, you just want to kind of just do it. I think that's great too.
Exactly. Which I did that with Slime Son, and that actually got a few people involved. That was fun. Like we'll
Lauren,
see.
where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at HappyCandied, and even though I don't update it as often as I'd like to, you can also find my personal website, happycandied.com, linked in my Twitter description. So feel free to hop on over there if you wish to join me in my sugary corner of the world.
Oh, this is a good way to end it.
Jason used to say it. Ooh.
Just me dying in this pit of
This is
lava.
what people will remember from this game.
Let's see how far I can go.
So this is the path that will open when you kill enough Metroids. So you're just like a couple shy from
So sad.
not dying in there.
If you want to find any information on me, you can find me over at nintendowire.com, on Twitter at ninwire or at Amiibo News. My personal Twitter account is at AmiiboJason.
And those Nintendo Wire and Amiibo News accounts are all of us.
They're all of us.
They're all of us.
If you want to find out anything on any of the stuff we do, that's where you can find us. But again, at AmiiboJason is my personal account if you're looking for any information on me. Mostly it's just what games I'm playing and any stupid jokes I've seen. So there you go. Thanks for coming by, and we'll do another one of these sooner rather than later.
Yes. It was
So.
fun. Nice and relaxed.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.